Can your Wi-Fi affect the vibrational energy of a household plant? That's the question we have to ask, because I read this story on Reddit where someone popped up and said, I live in a townhouse complex with paper-thin walls and a whole bunch of colorful personalities, and last week a neighbor knocked on a door holding a small potted plant in one hand and a printout of what looked like a hand-drawn diagram of a Wi-Fi signal in the other. She told me we needed to talk about my router. Confused, he explained that the Wi-Fi was disrupting the vibrational energy of her succulents. She pointed to the drawing, which honestly looked like a sad jellyfish, and said the signal that had been beamed directly through the walls bombarded her plants nonstop. According to her, the plants were spiritually connected, and they were looking for sunlight, apparently, and instead they latched on to the Wi-Fi signal, and that affected the health of the plant. I wonder if there's any truth to that. The plants began spiritually wilting because they thought the Wi-Fi was sunlight, but it wasn't. The best part, the plants were in a dark hallway with no light whatsoever. So the question is, can the energy off of a Wi-Fi device affect the harmonics of nature and change the way that plant life grows? I don't know. I haven't seen it happen. Let's talk about how much power is really used by Wi-Fi. To give you an idea of how much power is output from a Wi-Fi device, we're capped at 1 watt, 30 dBm EIRP. That's 1 watt of power coming off of the Wi-Fi radio. And that's a maximum that anyone in the United States can use. That 1 watt is about the same as the nightlight that you have in your bathroom. Now, if you multiply that times 10, then that's where you get to about the same power as an LED light. So that's 10 times the power of Wi-Fi is one LED light bulb. About 10 times that, about 8 times that, if you will, is a regular incandescent light bulb, the old ones before the LED. That's about 60 times the power, 100 times the power of what Wi-Fi puts out. If you want to take that a little bit further, a hairdryer on high heat is about 1,500 watts. So your hairdryer is pushing out about 1,500 times the power. But that's not RF. What about RF? The radio stations that you listen to in your car and the TV stations, those radio stations are about 100,000 watts of power. That's 100,000 times the power output of your Wi-Fi signal. And those are miles and miles away. So if a radio signal from an FM or AM radio transmitter isn't going to affect the vibrations of your succulent, I don't really see how a Wi-Fi device could do the same thing.
It's supposed to connect us. This is what it means. It's supposed to connect us.